I mentioned this previously. There is definitely data on them, but maybe no time to go into that, Riv, because we are straight into the pistol right now, and we'll already see a very fast hit coming in from Gen.g with the spike going down on the A side.
Envy with 3 coming into the site. Gen.g just plows right through that one. We're going to be seeing if they can retake here. FNS looking to come around from behind, as you would expect. The Cypher doing a bit of the lurk, but takes him down. crashies trades it out, but who gets the retribution? Trying to get the ghost. Getting a little greedy there for a few more guns. And he's going to get himself taken out, but it seems like it's just going to be a quick take on a Gen.g. Pulls the trigger immediately, and they want to pull it again, trying to get that straight in. Paranoia stops Huynh in his tracks for just a moment. Shawn is already in. mummAy backs up to get a frag for himself as Kaboose answers as well, and the aggression seems to sting Gen.g a little bit this round. They recoup a bit in their positioning, calm out where everybody could be. As we take a look on the mini-map, it looks like a great push for food is going to be their demise here, coming for window. That's a double, that's a triple for food, and that's going to be the round as Envy. Like, this is going to be the first time towards the C site, Dan. We'll see how they play it.
Super fast round yet again, really fast pacing coming from Gen.g, and this time Envy with more of a defense, trying to actually hold on to the backside of the site, behind the cage, behind the dark cover. It's working out so far. mummAy able to hold on to position. Now they're able to maybe push position. There's no space for the spike to get planted. They have to fight their way out of this one. MkaeL is going to do just that, but not for too much longer. Kaboose and crashies still on the site.
If they have blast packs as well, you'll see them going forward. Here, it's going to be a little bit onto B. Shawn gets spammed down, or Shawn spams mummAy down, rather, as crashies trades one back onto Huynh.
So far, using the drone to get that mid-round information on the A-long position. Actually, I don't think it spotted anything, and there's that lurk you were talking about from Gen.g creeping up. I think he got past the cam as well, and now it's going to create a lot of issues. He's going to be able to get himself using the alt TP all the way over to the A site, and in terms of a positional thing here, Gen.g have completely outplayed Envy because of that lurk from GMD. That really created a lot of issues.
Food goes for a quick peek. 2 ults ready here for Gen.g if they want to activate right close to the site. If Spike is down, they have a huge advantage with the Hunter's Fury. And the first few shots have to count. There it is. They use it right away to cause the chaos. Both ultimates snapped at the same moment.
Positional game super well, and they're winning on positioning. That's perfect if you're an attacking team, because you're not relying on just mechanical fights.
Yeah.
And so now Envy, they've got to do something here. They've got to get aggressive to try to just throw a wrench into the mix. They're trying to do it around A lobby. This is the response. Gen.g realize that there's so many players there. They're going to push B. Great defensive shot coming through from crashies. He's got to hold on for long enough. Food is there with the Bucky looking for some fun, and the Bucky's not good enough this time. GMD to take him down, and it's looking rather grim here. Gen.g, they've got so much to work with, just splitting off onto the C site, keeping Envy on their toes, and now it's a 3 versus 2 off the plant scenario for Gen.g.
Imagine if that's a Phantom and not a Spectre, off of being forced into somewhat of a half eco round. It's, oh, that shot there, you just feel jaded by the gun when you see that large spark come off his head, but that still means he's low. Doesn't matter, mummAy's gonna overkill on that one with the operator. And Kaboose, he's going in. He's got a blast pack. Blast pack with the Bucky. He's feeling confident right now. You can absolutely make a play here. Maybe right into the window. Makes a little bit of noise. Oh, the trickster gets him. GMD goes down. Huynh trades back onto mummAy, and it's just going to be a back and forth here. Taunt him out. Half defuse. Pros don't fake. Pros don't fake. Oh, he has to get off knowing the peaks are coming in from Huynh. Turns his head as Kaboose tries to duck.
3 versus 5 for Gen.g, and they got to try to work the positions that they have here, Riv.
What an interesting round. Envy is staying on their own side. I don't know if I've seen this before. That's working out for them, though. They're letting Gen.g come to them. One of the benefits of being on the defending side, and Envy definitely do a little bit of a paradigm shift here in how they consider the approach. A little damage over. No, koosta doesn't take anything on that. He will have a good bit of utility. 45 seconds left. Feels like the world if you know what you're doing. He has a lot of time. One to the right, grabs a bit of info, but they just surround him from everywhere.
They're mixing things up a lot here on Envy, really keeping them guessing, charging towards the safe site, and FNS sitting in the cage. The daggers come out. Oh, was actually going to whip the right click, allowing FNS to survive for longer.
Push mid already.
They can't deal with this position. They're stuck right now. They can't gain ground. Envy are defending very well, and there's just nothing left.
And again, they'll do that little bit of a push, Dan. Uh-oh.
And there you go. It's going to work out beautifully well for Envy. You know that at these early timings of the round, it's going to be quite likely to find these Gen.g players. I'm liking that Envy have the confidence to make some plays. You can see that they know how to coordinate around their utility to do so.
Yeah.
And Gen.g, they don't have anything left here. The spike is down in grass. It's in no man's land. There's no real way to recover that without hitting some crazy shots. koosta's going to work on that, but he's only good for the one right now. And GMD, all he can really do here is do some extra damage to the economy of Envy, but he won't be able to accomplish that. Control towards A-Link here for Gen.g. That's really important, getting extra post-spawn control here on this site. Trace coming through as Envy force the issue, looking to try to find a way onto that B site. It's not happening just yet. And again, they're having to deal with these forward positions. But huynh here just waiting. Why A-Link is just wasting so much time, and he's still alive. That's allowing so many individual fights to go the way of Gen.g here.
And they're just picking them apart. They're not. There's too many angles for Envy to look at here in these rounds that Gen.g starts to get a hold of. Into the site comes FNS and one more. That's food. They're going to be able to drop the 2. It's now a very big possibility they get this round. The defuse now to 90%, and that's the lock-in for a 6-6 first half.
A little poking and prodding, sending out the feelers, but it looks like finally Envy looking to gain some more control here. Gen.g, though, moving straight forward into the fight. They do not care. They want to win it in garage, but it's going to be even trades more or less. Gen.g, our man down in crashies, has found his way to the back of B. Oh, he's given his position away. That's an opportunity for huynh. One that will not be seen through to the end, unfortunately for him. And Envy split. We'll see, though, that is exactly what they're going to do. Not messing around. There's the run it back. Great paranoia. That's going to deal with that. And it allows GMD to keep position as koosta tries to maintain that backside control at the same time. But kaboose denies it all.
kaboose thriving in the chaos of the site right now. That's going to be a hot foot for huynh as he goes down. Nice hot hands from food. And now they're just trying to figure out where the stragglers could be trying to come from here. On the flank. You see going straight back down towards C. Envy gets positions covered everywhere. And Gen.g may be losing a little more control than they like here in the game. You know, Envy, the first seed, playing against the 8th, expected to do well this game. Grab round 11 here and may not even have to use those ults depending on the shots fired. In food, playing with his food right now. Pops into sight with the curveball out. Makes a shot happen before it goes off. They're going to keep taking a little bit more control here over C. Already FNS on the flank trying to watch window. GMD takes him down though, feeling comfortable, but now 10 HP, has to call for the cavalry before he makes a move. And mummAy knows that is a very low omen in the window, but he's looking at the wrong way. Timing occurs, and Dan, this could be a possible retake. 4v2, there's the showstopper.
Nice by kaboose, not to overcommit. He's played it perfectly, and that's going to leave very little left in the tank for Gen.g. In fact, just one man left standing. And although MkaeL is going to be able to get 1 kill, it's going to be a tough ask to find the remaining 2 with the time that he has. These, of course, are professional players. They're going to use the clock against him. In fact, food, he's found his timing and go for that C side. They understood exactly what Gen.g were doing, and so they know that the C site itself is open. Great play from koosta, though, using the cage, using the trip to be able to hold onto backside. Key position to get his teammates to rotate through, to help him on this retake. Another trip connecting, and Envy is still finding a way to defend, but there's Shawn in the 1v1. It's going to be a tough one. But we'll see if he can do it. Oh no, kaboose of course is waiting on the body. I didn't even recognize that in time. Walking up towards mid. Really, I don't think that this was expected at all by Gen.g. Envy keeping things fresh as they take control of B. They're walking through A-Link right now. Maybe considering looking at the flank if there was some action for finesse. They're unsure, but he does lose that position, so they'll settle on the B site. They've got no post-plant positioning. They're just on the site right now. We'll have to see if I mean, they're hitting the shots, Riff, so maybe it doesn't matter.
Envy goes B the first few rounds, leaves it up to the A and C for the rounds in between. And they're like, you know what? Let's just train this one into B real quick, and we'll take the win 13-6.
Yeah, it's always fun when you see this, but eventually something has to give, and we'll see the execution come back into the side here on this retake attempt. Gen.g using the cover as best they can, but they are going to have to get these kills. They are pressuring the spike now, trying to get the time down, at least get it to halfway, as we've got huynh just going for the fight here, up close and personal. Envy, just like that, knocking everybody down at one. Plant will go down. It's more of an open plant here for them to work with, and that will allow them to fall off of the spike itself. This is going to be tough. You can see Gen.g using the numbers here, trying to coordinate everything. They know they don't have to rush this. It's down to mummAy getting a couple on the entry, and there is a beautiful paranoia. That's going to deal with him. Great damage coming through from Finesse, but is that going to be enough? Huge flank from crashies. Trying to stop. He actually stopped running just in time. He might be able to do something here. I don't think he's going to get to the spike in time. Riv is going to be pretty difficult here. Just, yeah, this is not the angles. And that's going to be the round there for the Gen.g side. Very nicely done.
And the repeat there, so quick too. I love that you mentioned it. Just super, super confident. And that's what you need here against Envy, because they're going to be coming in just as confident. The left click isn't going to be enough. But crashies is pretty hurt right now, as it's only going to be a few shots to take him down. MkaeL coming up big with a few. A nice job there, and he's ready for crashies to be close with good comms from the team. A third one possibly. FNS gets the better of him. And lockdown available versus 3. It's going to be a tough one to use that. And are you serious? The quick flick shot to the chest of Shawn is going to make it a little easier in the 2v1.
And we'll see if it works out for him, Riv. It's bold.
Creeping on in. So remember, the spike's to his left. He's relying on a bit of the utility, and GMD with the 6th sense comes up big.
It's 1v1s, and it looks like that may not come into the equation here. Riv is a fast push onto the A site.
crashies feeling good there. They quickly try to get the orb down and get out. And you're right, though. The kitchen play for Shawn has just been easy 1-2-3s. They keep walking into him, and it's not even that he's in kitchen this time. He's in hell of A, and he's taken down one after another. Oh, koosta from the top side, and it looks like catwalk and lower is going to be a big problem for them. Koosta's shooting true right now, and Gen.g just stops Envy in their tracks on this one. Crashy, 3v1 situation, 2v1, Crashy popping him. Here's another shot, and he knows where one is. He just has to find the other, knowing they may be working together. That's the find. He knows both are just on the backside of A, but he's got to do the small peeks here. Holding an angle, waiting, sees one. This is tight, Dan.
Oh, it's very tight, but crashies. He's making it look possible. It's plant, but that's going to be taken out of the equation. So there's two also another fight. Does Gen.g look for this retake? But here is the lurk from kaboose right in the back. The rocket comes out just in cover in time to get the rocket off. Didn't look like he had the time for that, but kaboose finds it. Now down to the 1 versus 1. And GMD has a lot on his hands. The jump peek from Finesse to bait the shots. And there's going to be enough time for the defuse. MkaeL is waiting for that. However, I don't know that they're wise to this lurk from mummAy up the tube into kitchen, but doesn't matter. Gen.g are able to deal with every single situation, and they will close down the advantage 6-2. Just delay, hold on, buy time for his teammates to get a flank, to set up position, and that's exactly what koosta has to do. Takes down the running back as well as the kill. He's done his job. Now can his team follow up with the rest?
A great initial start there to just slow things down. MkaeL easily getting that, figuring out who else he has to fight. Gets one ping, but the boost stands tall in the middle of the site to take that one down. Still good spams. Shawn, these guys are just on point right now with spraying it down, knowing they are hitting their opponents. And that one's a pretty easy one, but over and over again, you see these guys consistently hit it. It's still impressive.
Shawn there, he's on the site. He didn't turn it all on that sound cue, so...
Does he shoot him right away is the question.
Oh, the timing spotted now, I believe. So his lurk is not going to come into play as much as, in fact, GMD is going to just take him down. So a good chance here for Gen.g on the retake with that flank presence.
What an impressive change in mentality from map 1 to 2. You can see the confidence exuding from Gen.g here, pushing up more. Being the first to take the 1v1s and not waiting. They're making me eat crow for saying this team's going to have a hard time retaking with just the blind and find utility. All the shots are counting. It's not really mattering what they're bringing to the table otherwise. Seeing an aim in. Oh, just the side peeks as they're both tiptoeing around on the bottom side. GMD and the rest of the team diving in as huynh comes up with the blade storm as koosta is the one to finalize it on to mummAy. Is nicely set up here on the A site. And they don't have too much of rotation yet. I like the fact that they still have Jet over in B to cover anything.
Shawn is wrapping around 410.
Oh my.
Insane play from him. Able to get so much value and damage, removing all forward position from Envy. They are struggling now to get their way back in. Food, though, doing what he can to give them something to work off of, and they're going to push forward off of the back of that. Looking to get this control of the A site, but Gen.g, they don't want to give this up, and there's not too much for them to have to worry about. They can play off each other. You see some great positioning here from Gen.g. that if Envy are to try to force the issue here, I mean, Food, we can see that he's walking into us. What on earth was that from Food? Able to find those 2 kills. As I was about to say, that setup looked like it was perfect to deal with him. And now just barely enough time to get the spike down. Is he able to hold on to this one? He's trying to hold it. There comes the dash for a win, and it's denied. 10-2.
Defensive killjoy where the owl drone was looking just now. Good coverage to start the site. A bit of utility used quite early there. Doesn't seem like too much return on investment. And Win, wait a minute, still alive. He put himself in the front of 3 people. Does not deserve that, but he goes up with a kill. Beautifully played. And now the rest of Gen.g is unloading as they try to get into the site. Koosta coming up with 3 there. The ghost strikes true.
Still utility. Oh, very well timed paint shells, but it was a fake on the spike plant there. Don't want to get caught by that util, and in fact, it's going to be MkaeL with the shock dart to take down Finesse. So with that said, it's a 4 versus 4, but the spike has to go down. That means that Gen.g, they have to move forward. They have to start the action. It's not up to Envy, and what the Bucky is too good, man.
Feeling lucky there. They get the spams through, though. Not too many places you can hide in that situation. Looks like Ultimate comes up there for a moment before he goes down. Crashies with a beautiful shot. Shocked out. Oh, that could be a kill just outside, and Crashies. It's not going to matter. He finds the shot on huynh. He go in this spot. They know because Cloudbursts aren't coming from a jet on the side of Envy. So that is a very close danger that Envy has to deal with. Just on the rope, it's going to be enough. Crashies hands back. Quick shot towards the box. Like, what a transfer! The team comes in at the same time to play every angle possible.
Lockdown comes through. Like, what is Gen.g's response here? They don't have too much in the way of ultimates here. They're going to burn them. The Hunter's Fury comes through from MkaeL. He's going to destroy the lockdown. Gen.g really want to try to win the round right here. Oh no, MkaeL was actually going to take down Shawn, I think, with the last bolt of the Hunter's Fury. And 3 versus 3 here. Envy, very doable retake. They have a Hunter's Fury of their own as well. There comes the tap to put the pressure on Gen.g. Straight in from the back, though, taking down 2, leaving it all on mummAy. A lot of work to do, a lot on his shoulders right now to save the map, but he can't do it. And Gen.g able to close a huge lead on Icebox against Envy.
Site take.
Yeah, Gen.g are in kind of a spot where they can't not do this play right now, and I think Envy knows it, and they're moving in for that play. The ball's going to go up for elbow, but it's actually going to make it up there. And great defense from Cubby from Food for the double, which will leave things not in the best of places because the spike needs to be planted. There's not much time to go down. It's going to have to be planted in the tube. That's going to force Kaboose to drop the paint shells. That is, oh, there, okay. Foodbot not going to land, and Kaboose has to take the 1v1s with a frenzy, and MkaeL's there in the nick of time, and Gen.g
steps into play. They feel a little more comfortable. Shawn's going to be the sentry here with 10 HP. If he goes down, somebody possibly trade. What a shot there! Does pick one up, but FNS and Crashies answers back right away before that kill can come through. And it is just a swarm of Envy members on the eco. And mummAy with the operator here. He's trying to make a big impact on these next rounds, but he is now close quarters. Doesn't mean he's going down. It just becomes a little tougher if he can get the pick down. There's one, takes a shot to the back, and it's just the angle Food has that he is, GMD has that he's able to take one down.
There comes the curveball right at the flash. Food is just unstoppable. Beautiful series of kills yet again coming.
Super versatile in the weapons that he can use and still be incredibly effective. You see him on split, then switching to the jet here. He's on the Omen, he's got the operator, and he's locking down B. I see him for a second. Oh, daddy-o, where's he gonna teleport to? Can't make it just yet on the tail end. A Hunter's Fury's gonna miss. And Gen.g is trying to make their way in still. They have lost 1 member here. Envy still 4 ultimates to defend this site.
Koosta lurking back up short B. He might catch the player out of the TP, and indeed, Crashies goes down. That's hookah control once again in the hands of Gen.g. Looking fairly good. If they can get the spike planted, they'll be good to go. But it's just about finding the time to do it. And you can see Food lurking around Garden's going to be able to deal with Shawn. So now, if it was difficult before, it's even more difficult now. Maybe even starting to feel impossible. Spike may have to be planted in the tube here. Koosta's having to come out of hookah so he can assist his teammate. That's not a good sign. Here's the TP as well, so there's additional pressure on the flank. There's so much to worry about here for Gen.g. So somehow though, Koosta able to take down Food as the challenge comes through. There's the showstopper out from Kaboose, out from hookah. It's taken down. Oh my god! Queen Mon. There's a bait setup with a mummAy there and possible paranoia. It's going to create lots of problems here. Great setup that the paint shells come out as well. And
no way.
Taking down Huynh. There's no trade possible. Falling back with the boombot sent out to cover his tracks. There is no way to trade these kills for Gen.g, and they are in a dire position.
I love that point out, the bait you called, because as soon as you hear an op, it instantly draws focus. Oh, we got to take that out first, and nobody remembers to check the corner. What a round for Envy so far. Koosta, though, stepping out of the smoke with a beautiful quick snapshot there as mummAy answers back. He has so far been unstoppable, omnipresent at the B site, now the A site. Does GMD shut him down? Just misses the shot there. Heads himself over, but he gets pinged, so they know now he showers, and GMD does find the target. Food with ultimate there. Run it back is ready, but does he need it? Tags him just a few times. 11 seconds left. He knows he has the pressure.
Couple on the side. Can he find the kill? It's very labored, but Food just barely finds it. Of course he does. Getting everything he wants so far this game. 10 HP. As he taps the spike, he knows someone's Q-haul. The confidence is huge from Food, but this time...
Place any... Okay, one behind him, so he one-trapped this round. Saving a little bit each time, knowing he's not just going to put everything into utility. So they can keep that econ running. You need everything in a very tied game. Control there from Kaboose, but he is still found by MkaeL. There's just too much to shoot that raise in the air. Oh my gosh, mummAy. Again, another 2 back-to-back, possibly a third, and it is 3 striking true between the eyes of Gen.g here and give themselves some padding. And in Envy true form, they're going to be pushing mid immediately. And come on, another twofer to start the round.
That's a great punish. Really nice positioning. Envy, again, trying to capitalize on the fact that short A is often clear at that timing of the round, but not this time. Envy, though, they still have mummAy in position. Will get dealt with, and it's going to be very difficult to gain ground back. You can see it's a desperate effort from crashies. He didn't want to give up the site. He wanted to try to get something going, knowing how many players that are still left alive. It had to be go big or go home, and unfortunately the crashies, he went home as will Finesse. Slowly working their way forward, seeing if they can find a pick, and the action might be forced here. Kaboose is going to hold on to this position. This is very dangerous right now, Riv, for Gen.g. They're just kind of stuck behind these choke points. They're taking it very tentatively.
Great little satchel up from Kaboose to keep himself alive. That was a very touch-and-go fight to showers. HP is just being dropped everywhere. Shawn still finds a shot. That's what he's been looking for. And a big entry into the A site. Peeks towards vent. They can't see anything towards that CT or that spawn entry for defenders. 10 seconds on the plant. And he's going to easily get that down. A bit of utility to be used. 2 more ultimates here if they could get a res somewhere around the map. And a nice shot by crashies to open it up. They have full health coming in with 3. This looks very possible for Envy.
Yeah, recon dart available as well. There comes the TV from mummAy as well. Get some extra info. Shawn with a nice peek and finds a second head as well. And Gen.g, beautiful hold right at the end. And you know what? It does create a situation where the opponents might try to do something. They are starved of info, so they might go get it, but here comes the play straight through. Challenges in through Garden, and it's looking pretty good to start things off with for Gen.g, getting some of those key opening kills, and it's not looking like any ground is going here to Envy as they try to take control of the site. They are getting gunned down left, right, and center. No trades at all. We'll see if they can hold on to this against what is about to come their way.
The preparation comms are out. There was a nice dart from Gen.g down B long, so they know a lot of this hit's coming towards A, but how ready is that aim? Envy coming up big. Shots from Gen.g. GMD comes up and he says, yeah, there's 2 here. I'm staying safe. Please come to give the assistance. They push him right out of there. You have to take control of the U-Haul area if you're going to make that work for yourself. And a quick TP causes a little chaos this round, Dan. The 2v2 Phoenix Sova versus Sova Cypher.
Yeah, and Food has run it back available, so that there is definitely a lot of scary things. Well, you know what, crashies, he might just make this very anticlimactic. That's a very strong showing right off the bat. He's not done. He's going to take down MkaeL as well. Defensive setup from Gen.g, but we'll talk more about that later on. The Hunter's Fury is going to come out, and for both teams, it's all over the place. Who is on top after this? Very either way, and Food is going to use that space to go forward to get another kill off the run it back, and that's going to create a very strong scenario here for Envy. This is a difficult one. They'll have to find something, Gen.g, early on to make an argument for this, but that was the opportunity. If Shawn picks something up there, I think they can really consider committing here. And I think saving wouldn't be a bad decision in this spot. But you can see Gen.g are confident. They're seeing if they can get another quick kill. But the longer it takes to get that first kill, the less time you have and the harder it becomes. And a great two-man setup there in U-Haul, that's going to completely shut this down. And there might be a potential that they were going for this rift because huynh had the res available.
All right, res came through. Gen.g looking a little bit better here with a few heals coming through as well. Cypher the only one hurt on the side of Envy as Caboose is pushing up, trying to play this smoke. That's behind him, and that's the perfect time to take the chance. mummAy comes out with the paranoia, but it's not going to be enough. Gen.g find the frags that they need. Doing good at stalling these rounds to great effect.
Oh, and mummAy, that's a huge TP there, straight towards heaven. They know he's there. Shawn with a great double. That's a massive play. Again, Hunter's Fury now coming through from MkaeL, trying to slow things down. And he's going to have a lot to work with. He knows surely that mummAy's coming for him, and he's going to take the fight. mummAy's going to win it, though. Sitting in spawn, creating problems. There's chaos everywhere. crashies in the 1v1 against koosta on site, and mummAy, again, the X factor in the round with that. Have to make really hard decisions. You just have to gamble because you don't have the info. So it makes it really awkward. And run it back comes through, and the Hunter's Fury. If they're starting this round off very explosively, and Envy dashing any chances before anything could get going with that B approach. Oh, man.
That feels so bad. You come out with guns hoping to put the pressure on and what will put you against game point, and you lose two immediately. It's exactly what you need to do, the type of pressure you need to put on a team to ensure you're winning the round. It can't just come down to spamming through smokes if the initial strat didn't work. Envy looking great this round. They had that set in their mind, and they executed right out of the gate.
That's the worst thing. Now that full information coming through, Caboose there with the showstopper trying to punish. Big frag from Gen.g by U-Haul. koosta as well delivering. That's going to even things up into a 3 versus 3 here. Minute to go and the spike is being planted. There is U-Haul control. The swing comes through from Gen.g. Oh my god, he's annihilating everybody. MkaeL as well chimes on through, and it looks terrible, terrifying.
You're always hoping. You're like, come on, disappear, disappear. Don't have the range. Gets a good scene right away there. Caboose. Loving the Ion Phantom here. He just keeps crushing it. He's going to blast onto the site. They find huynh. They know that Vandal is there as soon as he takes a shot, and that's how Food gets the advantage. Loving the chaos. I said it before. Envy thrives in it, creating that opportunity for them to open up the door through just flying around the site. 12 to 10 here. 5v3 looking grim. Dan as Gen.g try the retake.
There is a showstopper, and it's going to come through right now. There it is, but it's denied instantly by Food. It's desperate. Coming straight through the dark cover with that one. Can't hope for too much for Gen.g. He's been amazing so far on Bind, but it's... Oh, no!
Oh, no, guys!
I can't believe you've done him like this! Oh, why would you do him like that?